Hello everybody and welcome to another Czech Premodern video. Thank you for being with us. I am Jiří Tůma and I am here with our core member Adam Koska, our cherished player.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for the introduction.
So, what we got for you today is a matchup between Survival Madness and Adam's special red-green Flingnought. I'm gonna pass the word to Adam soon, but first let's talk about Survival Madness. So this is pretty much a stock list from Cyberpunker with some minor tweaks, and so there's nothing really to surprise you with. It's a regular Madness package with Basking Root Wallace, Wild Mongrel, and Arrogant Worm, but since you have a Survival of the Fittest, you can also have some silver bullets, such as Wander, which is quite typical, but then we also have Waterfront Bouncer and Gilded Drake, which is a perfect one-off.
Sweet.
And this all is combined together with 4 copies of Squee Goblin Bob, just to serve as a free card through all your filter cards, such as Careful Study and Frantic Search. So it is a tempo deck backed up with some counter magic and relatively decent mana, considering that it's an enemy 2-color deck. I also might explain the curse totems in the sideboard, because it seems kind of weird to have those, considering it's a Madness deck, which hosts a lot of creatures with activated abilities. However, I believe there are some matchups where you really need the card. You don't really care that your creatures turn into vanillas, as long as Hermit Druid or a bunch of elves simply don't work at all.
Yeah, the word out there is that the elves matchup is a pretty tough one. So you
I believe.
You need some extra help, I guess, in that matchup. Yeah.
Pyrokinesis help, but still need to search for Squee.
I love the combo of Pyrokinesis and Squee, by the way. Like you can search for it. There's no way how to cast it, but you might as well.
That's cute. Okay, all the way to you, Adam.
I'm playing a pet deck of mine. I gotta say that I spent close to maybe more than over half a year brewing it. I actually played it last year in Darmstadt.
Nice.
The deck is not very consistent, and I would say it did not perform very well.
Awesome.
But I played it in definitely over 15 tournaments, and I was pretty happy about it. Okay, so what is it? Basically, it's a red-green aggro deck. You have Wild Mongrels, Rancors. It's a decent clock. You have some aggro decks, Bolts, one of Lavamancer, and then on top of that, you have Dreadnoughts, which you cannot keep in play, possibly. The reason why you're having Dreadnoughts is that you have the 2-card combo of Dreadnought Fling to deal 12 damage, which is quite decent in aggro deck. And you also have Greater Good, which lets you draw 12, discard 3. Then you have some Root Dwellers that you can discard. Ideally, you draw another Dreadnought, and basically you outvalue your opponent. What I like about it is that there's some overlap. Like, sometimes you just happen to have a Wild Mongrel with a Rancor, you attack, pitch everything.
I think Rancor is just awesome in the deck. I mean, I played against Adam several times, and I must say that the card I was most scared of was always Rancor, because it fits perfectly in the deck.
It fits perfectly on Wild Mongrel as well, right?
All the creatures, suddenly they are so scary, and the thing is that it works awesomely with Greater Good. I mean, even the smallest elf suddenly turns into draw 3, discard 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is
you can reuse it. Yeah.
Which is a huge reach, considering that there's always 12 damage lurking in there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so as Jirka said, there are these like cute little combos. Sometimes you just like surprise people by attacking with a Mongrel with a Rancor, pitching your whole hand into it, keeping a Fling, and then flinging it at them post-combat. That can easily deal 12, 14 damage out of nowhere if they're not expecting it. Or you have a bunch of lands in your hand, you dump them in the Mongrel, and then you sacrifice it into Greater Good. I would say this is very much a Wild Mongrel deck.
Yeah, definitely so. Much more than Dreadnought deck, but still,
for sure,
I mean,
for sure. You can
I'm really looking forward to die for being flanked for 12.
Thank you, you're very supportive here. One last thought, the one-off Survival Fittest. This is not really a survival deck. This is an aggro deck, so you don't want to lose time by discarding cards and looking for them. But what I like about it is that it basically acts as a combo piece number 9 with Dreadnought. Because you don't draw Fling, you don't draw Greater Good. You can just pitch it, find Root Wallas, and then just like flood the board with little critters. Also, it actually searches for the Dreadnought in case you happen to have Greater Good or Fling and enough time to dirtle around and find it. So I really like having like the 9th card to go with it.
Makes a lot of sense.
People say that like 8, 9, it doesn't make much difference, but it's basically like 10% more on having the combo piece. I think 2 is too much because you want to attack, and like that's a primary.
And the thing is that the card itself is pretty versatile, right? Because even
Yeah.
if you drew multiple Dreadnoughts, it's still so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Never hurts.
So that's the theory. We'll see how it works in
Okay,
praxis. Sometimes it kind of falls apart on its own, but if it does its thing, it's pretty awesome. It's like fireworks all around of it.
Okay, let's head on to the games.
Yeah. I'm going to be on the play in this game. I'm going to start with Wooded Foothills and pass the turn.
Is that all? No elf.
No elf, no Rituala.
That's weird.
Red-green control.
So I'm gonna be a little bit more proactive
That's
with
fine.
careful study.
Let's see how many Ritualas in squeeze you have.
Oh, not many, I'm afraid. So I'm going to discard an island.
All right.
And
In the meanwhile, I'm just going to fetch.
Going to
because
be-
I'll save a little bit of time.
I think it's going to be naturalized now.
So I'll fetch for forest. And I'm going to be on my way.
Sure. You're going home already?
I am home, actually.
Are you? You're living in a recording studio.
Well, right now, yes. But like, usually it's not so bad, yeah.
Please donate. Adam is pretty much homeless.
All right. What do you think about River Boa?
If you like Adam's play, please
donate.
support him. River Boa is nice.
Go.
So I'm gonna ping myself for 1.
Mm-hmm. Happy to
And
see
going
that.
to play Wild Hunger and go.
Okay, I think I just want to go for a unblockable clock here with a Rancor.
Okay,
And I'll swing.
sure. Take 4.
And I'll pay myself for 1. And play one Mongrel.
Wild Hunger, sure.
And go.
Interesting. So here comes a forest. I'm going to attack.
I'll take it.
Oh, sure. 2 damage. And go.
Okay. Draw.
Sure.
And attack.
I'm going to cast Frantic Search.
That's fine.
So Madness Trigger,
Ooh, sweet.
which I untap and pay. So, how many cards? I believe
4
it's
cards.
4 cards, right? Yeah, still worth it.
So you'll take 4, go to 11. And I believe that's it, actually, because
Are you going to fling me?
I am going to fling you. I'll sacrifice it from Mountain.
So playing
I have
around
4
this,
lands.
are we?
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't think there's a way you can survive this.
Consider being on the dry.
Dreadnought. Trigger on the stack. Fling you.
Yeah, and that's game 1.
Woohoo!
Oh. So I will be on the play for the second game, and as per sideboarding, I chose to board in Pyrokinesis, all playset, because Adam has so many small creatures, and I simply need to try to punish him for this. And I mean, obviously in the first game, River Boa was very good, which brings me to Blue Elemental Blast as the counterattack to the Flingnought combo, which is of course a very favorable trade here. And what I'm boarding out is just a bunch of 2-drops, as I believe the deck has plenty of. So I try to be a little bit more mana efficient, but if we were to go to game 3 afterwards, I would be bringing out Dazes because I would be on the draw.
Right, yeah. I'm boarding out lightning bolts. They don't really have a very good target. They don't really work against Wild Mongrel, Rootwalla, I don't really care so much about. And I'm bringing in Flingnought, which is an answer to Arrogant Form, which I think is pretty important in the matchup.
True.
And some blasts, maybe to like force my combo through. So if you have a blast, I can blast in response and it resolves. I'm shaving one Greater Good just because I'm going to be on the draw, and I'm probably going to put it back into the deck whenever I am if I'm on the play in game 3.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm on the play and down to 6 cards, and I'm going to lead off with Careful Study.
I'm on the draw, and I get a bit of a sketchy hand.
So I'm going to ditch the forest and squeak.
All right, my turn.
And it's all yours.
Draw a card and play another elf.
Sure.
And pass.
So on the upkeep, I'll bring Squee back.
That is unfortunate.
Lost it. So I'm going to continue with my Careful Study.
Okay.
So
Pretty
draw
solid.
1, draw 2, and I'm going to ditch a blue elemental blast and squeak.
All right, my turn.
No, I have a
sorry.
land. And now it's all
That is
yours.
okay. Draw. Oh, interesting. Okay, my hand just got a bit better, I would say. Actually, it just got a lot better. I am going to take one and play a survival.
Good for you.
And actually, you know what? I'm just going to play it like this.
Sure.
Sorry. Yeah.
By all means.
Go ahead.
Okay, on the upkeep, I'm going to bring back
Sounds
Wait.
fine.
Draw a card. I'm going to play Waterfront Bouncer.
Sure.
And it's all yours.
Alright, so now I'm gonna discard the Rootwalla.
Sure.
Search for something. Probably a Riverboa. That worked pretty well, game 1. Unblockable damage and all. Also, this deck doesn't have any squeeze and, like a way how to turn survival into an actual card advantage machine. Or like
Go.
Genesis, God forbid. Draw a card. Okay, what do we have here? Kind of short on lands. You didn't play our land number 3.
Yeah.
I'll go for the Riverboa.
Sure.
I think I just want to take a damage and kill that bouncer.
Sure.
Yes.
So you didn't play land,
No,
right?
I did not.
So in response to that, before I grab priority, I would like to kill your 3 creatures.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate, and I could have foreseen that. Well, at least it's just a 2 for 3, but it sets me back pretty wildly. And I'm gonna pass it.
Sorry, actually, I'm still with.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is still on the stack, right? Yeah.
I just wanted to figure this because I have days.
You have the days. All right. Okay. How many cards in your hand?
3.
At least that. Go. But this just turned into very nice into pretty ugly.
So I believe I want to attack for 1
17.
here, deal 1 damage to myself and pass.
All right.
I mean, it cost me a squeeze, but I think that was still very solid.
Yeah, I think I have to take 1 and try to see if you have another days.
Okay.
That's
fine.
results. Go.
So how many cards?
4.
Oh, that's a lot.
I need a blocker. Well, you can also easily just
I just
bounce
might.
it.
Land for a
The
turn.
good thing is that you
and
don't
pass.
have. Oh, my turn. Okay. Sure. Draw a card.
Yeah.
How many cards?
2.
2 cards. And chances are there could be an Argon Firm. Alright, I want to play a Treetop Village and pass the turn 2.
No. Turn. How many cards?
4. Man, I walked right into that pyrokinesis.
You did a little bit.
I
Yeah.
did.
I think I do want to go for frantic.
That's fine.
Draw 2. And I will discard these 2.
All right.
Cast Arrogant One.
All right. So you
Down
take
to
one.
18. Yep.
I feel like the
Proceed
game's
to my
slipping
turn?
away. Yeah, go for it.
So, how many cards?
4.
4. And you got 1 card to search with.
Mhm.
I believe I want to bounce your doggy.
And you have 2 cards left.
1 card.
1 card. Sure, that's fine.
And I'm going to attack.
Actually, wait.
Sure. Well,
So this is tapped and this is targeting here. I'm thinking like,
yeah, if you
how
might.
desperate do I have to be here? I think the answer is pretty desperate because you're okay. You have 1 card. I think I have to go for it. I'm gonna discard a Rootvala
Sure.
to Mongrel.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna discard a Dreadnought
Sure.
to Mongrel.
Okay.
Oof, does this even go anywhere? And I'll fling the Mongrel at your Arrogant Worm. I think I just
I
need
will
to...
daze that actually.
That's basically lights out, I think.
I think I want to bounce. an
Yeah,
arrow
so that you
actually
have
for
extra
that.
ammo for
Yep.
the... Yeah, alright. That's lights out, I think. So, okay, now you can attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 7, I got a 6, I got a 10. I paid 1 for the City of Brass.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. Okay, I didn't
Yep.
mind.
Go.
Alright. I'm at 9. I don't think I can win. I can jump here. I'm gonna go to 8. Actually, you kill me then. Like, you... Yeah, sure. Okay,
Yep.
game 2.
Sure.
I'm gonna be on the play for game 3, and I will start with a very painful Lanover Elf.
Oh, but it's beautiful. Hey?
So, but yeah, go. It's a pretty old one.
You did the Lanovara, so I'm going to start with regular careful
that's all right.
study. So 1 and 2 is going to be an island and a squeak.
And a squeak, okay.
Go.
My turn. I'll play a Guy's Cradle here and ping myself for 1 and cast a Werebear.
Whatever, sure.
Actually, maybe. You know what? Maybe I just want to play it like this and attack. I'm really like on the fence here. I already did it. Okay, I'm gonna play this and just try to hope that you don't have Pyrokinesis again.
Sure.
Go.
That's a very decent pressure. So squeak comes back. I'm going to draw a card. Play my land for the turn and pass.
Is that true? Okay. So. I was hoping for some Trito Village or Yamamaya Coast. Never mind. I'm gonna attack.
Yeah.
Take 3.
17.
And since it seems like you don't have Pyrokinesis, unless you're like slow rolling it like crazy, I'm gonna play a Basking Root Wall.
Basking Root Wall.
2 mana floating.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Go ahead.
So, playing my... This is kind of sad, but yeah. I'm going to
Okay,
play
that is a card I'm happy to see.
And go.
Okay. Draw. Okay, what do you think? I try to destroy that.
In response to that, I will try to frantic.
That's fine.
Draw 1, draw 2. Discard the Squee and an Arrogant one.
So you take 1, you go to 16.
Yeah.
Then the Wasteland resolves. And
It does.
that one goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I haven't played my land. I think this turn is going to be pretty good, actually. If you don't have one card that it just... I think you have to have it now, though, I think. What do you think about Greater Good?
That's rather bad than good.
Okay, I'm just going all in. How about Rancor, the Root Dweller?
Sure.
Alright, so I can bump it up. I can first try to see if you trade it for a Arrogant Worm. And I'm just going to play like you don't have the Pyrokinesis. If you have it, then like I'm not winning this. But what happens if we trade here? I'm not sure if I want to draw 5, discard 3, or if I want to address that. I think I want to just start drawing cards though. I'm gonna 14, 16, sure. I just want more cards here. So I'm gonna pump the Root Dweller. In response, alright, so I'm gonna sacrifice it to Greater Good, draw 5, discard 3. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is pretty good.
That feels bad.
Okay, 1. So I'm out of mana. 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So Survival, Rancor, Wasteland.
Sure.
Dreadnought.
And here we go.
So trigger on the stack,
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw 12, discard 3.
Sure. So glad that we can see this emotion actually.
Okay.
See, he practiced that already. He grabbed 12 cards immediately from the top of the deck.
Yeah. So I'm gonna discard some useless lands here, I think. 3 fetch lands to be precise.
Okay.
And I already played a land. The nice thing also is that the werebears get bigger. Gotcha. So, okay, 11 cards. So at the end of my turn, I'm gonna go to discard step.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna discard like this, and I'm gonna play the Busking Root Dweller.
Sure.
I could have discarded to do to the Dreadnought as well, but you know, might as well. So played for Madness Ghost and pass the turn 2.
Sweet.
Uh-huh.
I feel like winning already.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
all I have is islands here. So I'm gonna start with Frantic Search.
How many cards?
Oh, I actually forgot to grab.
Oh yeah,
Spike.
okay, the
Sorry,
Spike goes
my
back. Yeah,
bad.
no worries,
Sorry.
no worries. I think
Apologies.
I think I just want to
You
ping
want to
myself and try to
try it.
counter it.
That's
No days.
too bad. Okay, so you're having 2 4/4s, right? I can't imagine I would survive next turn. Anyway, I'm just still going to pass and pretend that I might win this.
Actually, I think I might have screwed up somewhere, like discarding cards because, well, I mean, who am I kidding? This is still a pretty good hand, but you're at
16.
16. I just want to swing here and kill you the old-fashioned way. Sure, swing.
Yeah, so I'm going to
So
block.
take 8. Are you going to block?
Where, yeah,
Sure.
I
So
believe I'm dead anyway, but
they
I think this
Trade, you take 4?
Yep.
Alright.
Down to 12, the magic number.
I'll play Wild Mongrel.
Sure.
1 mana floating. Kill you the old-fashioned way. Sure. So take 8. Are you going to block?
Yeah, so I'm going to block.
Sure. So they trade, you take 4? Yep. Alright. I'll play Wild Mongrel. 1 mana floating. 1 mana floating. Lavamancer,
Sure.
Treat of Village, and Boss. And I have 4 cards in my hand.
Sweet. So, I'm going to start with Careful Study.
Pick one. I'm just gonna try to keep you out of green mana and out of this game. Hopefully, I have one over elf untapped.
I think I need to
Counterspell. All right. So the counterspell resolves, and you draw 2.
Now Careful Study results. 1, 2. Discard 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now I finally drew the Pyrokinesis.
Alright,
which
so
is,
target.
well, you don't have any mana floating.
No, but I can sacrifice for a greater good in response.
That's true. So, but
So you can do like 1,
I'm
1, 1.
going to 1, 1, 1, and then 1 to do bear, because I'm definitely having a crypt in my hand. So.
Okay, I think I don't want to discard and sacrifice anything to greater good, so these just go away. Alright, my turn?
No, yeah.
Okay, I think it should still be enough.
Yeah.
So draw a card.
Can't do much.
Activate the Treat of Village.
Sure.
When you're tapped out, you can have days, maybe double days. You're 12, so this would be 4, 6, 9, and 3 cards to pitch, so that should be it. So unless... Okay, I'm gonna attack.
Sure.
Before damage, I'm gonna discard 1.
Yep.
Resolve.
Yes.
Discard another one.
Yes.
Resolve. So now we're 11, so I'll discard 1 more. And this is a 4/4, 5/5.
Yep, it is.
I wanna deal
that's
with
game.
All right.
Thank you. So, wow, that was pretty brutal. I feel completely devastated, but that's what the deck does, and it's awesome to see.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I drew the greater good on the turn that you tapped out into the Argon Firm. My draw was not great before that, and game 2 you demolished me with Pyrokinesis. I'm not sure if I could have afforded to play around it. I mean, now looking back, it obviously looks like I could have because you just completely destroyed me with it. The thing is, I could have played instead of Riverboa, I could have played Wild Mongrel, but then you just bounce it with a squee every turn. With a bouncer.
Yeah.
And I'm paying 2 mana, you're paying 1, so that doesn't really work. But yeah, I'm sure there were other ways how to play it.
Oh, definitely from both parts, I think. So.
But game 3, I played right into Pyrokinesis again, and I think that was probably the right way to do, because I just had nothing else.
I guess so, because you needed to, I was slowly getting an edge, I think, and if you didn't go for it there, then you would have been in a bad spot, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, I had to play my Yavimaya Coast as the only green source into a wasteland, which was kind of essential. Otherwise, I could have stayed untapped until the end of the turn with the Frantic Search.
Yeah, right.
And
so you could have
having counterspell for your main phase spells.
I would have done it.
So that would have been much better, of course. But it was sweet to see the engine going. That's the important thing. That's why we are here to manifest cool decks.
Yeah, I'm happy that we had one game with Fling, one game with Greater Good. Honestly, I'm also happy that Riverboa got some love, because it's a card that we don't see really that much.
That's a darling from the old ages,
But well, I mean, I drew pretty well in this game. This deck is not the most consistent deck in the world. I kept the hand with Dorks, Rancor, and Double Wasteland, so I was hoping I could punish you with mana and then kill you in a minimal. But
it was perfectly fine considering the way I know the deck. I know that I must respect what you can do out of nowhere, and that's what he showed tonight, and that's important. So I believe we put up a good show for the audience, and that's the important stuff.
Everyone, thanks for watching. I hope we inspired you for some brewing, maybe, because that's also part of Premodern.
Oh, I hope so.
Feel free to hit the like button or subscribe. We're going to be up with more content, hopefully sooner rather than later. And
okay, see you soon.
See you soon.